Hello one and all, thank you for joining me. My name is Jean. Before I start the video, I'd like to say thank you so much to all my subscribers. I've now reached the 100 subscriber threshold with 21,000 views. So thanks to everyone who's watched and who's commented over the 6 or 7 months that I've been running the channel. Without your feedback and support and interest, this channel wouldn't be what it is today. So special thanks to all those that have watched and subscribed over the months. So to start, more megalithic ruins found on Mars. So another area littered with megalithic blocks with knobs, and I speculate that there were ancient buildings or structures in these areas that they were devastated by something in the distant past. I've also featured similar megalithic blocks and ruins in the past. I'll include the links to my previous blog posts and YouTube videos for you in the description below. So if you look at all these blocks and ruins, it looks as if this was the building style that the ancient civilization or civilizations used when they lived on Mars. So to start with, this is the HiRISE photograph we'll be analyzing. I'll include the link below. Acquisition date 20th of September 2010. 20 centimeters per pixel, so a really high-res image, 1.3 gigabytes. There's a cropped image from the low-res JPEG to give you an idea of the context in which I found these. So the first one is right there in the middle, and you guys can use this scale indicator bottom right to give you an idea how large these blocks are. So this looks like a pile of megalithic blocks lying on top of this mound. Then there's some more scattered about over here. Check out the knobs or little dome-like features on top of these blocks, some really narrow rectangular pieces on top of this one running in parallel. That piece there looks as if it could even be a piece of metal plate. It's been bent into 2 arcs, the little narrow feature on top. And there's this rather strange looking megalith lying right there, and another one over there, but I looked at that one because it's got this strange diagonal line running across it. Looks as if this has been carved into it almost like a step, with a little dome-like feature towards the bottom right over there. Guys, lots of odd pieces with little domes or knobs on them. So I'm looking at that one right there. Look at the oblong oval feature on top of that one. Then that right there looks like a piece that might have been part of a sculpture perhaps. It looks almost like a face, 2 eyes over there, a nose and a mouth. That's not what I'm saying it is, guys, but it sure does look out of place. Check out the surrounding anomalies, more objects, little knobs or small little dome-like features on them. Another one of those really odd-looking rectangular pieces that's broken through the diagonal line across there. these small little features on it, almost like little domes or knobs. More of these little disc-like objects, little knobs on them. Another one of these pile of megalithic type rocks or stones. To the left over here we've got this rectangular piece. Looks almost as if it's got a step to a smaller rectangle on the top, and then this very symmetrical looking triangular object over there. Also the little oblong feature on it right in the center. Another one of these disc-like objects, partially buried, with another dome-like feature on the center. And more of these large blocks with little features on them. Check out these, equally spaced on that one there as well. Looks almost like a piece of metal plate. Those that really bent edge over there. And then more of these objects or domes or knobs on them, scattered throughout this area. So I'm looking at that one right there. It looks like a metal plate that's been bent into an arc, a rounded corner there, almost at a right angle as well, with that funny dome-like feature in the center on the one side. More of them scattered around this area. Checking out that piece right there. Also a little feature on the flat side. Looks as if this piece is broken off something else. A larger piece perhaps. Check out that large block there, about 12 meters across. Could this be some type of destroyed machinery or technology? There's multiple layers in this object. Strange little features on the top here. And then lots of megaliths lying in this area, all scattered about, totally destroyed, whatever this was. Looking at this object right there, very flat piece, smooth side, with well-defined edges, and near 90-degree angle over there, and then scattered about this mound, more of these smaller blocks with little knobs on them. Some more over here. Look at this triangular piece, two little features on the top running down the center line, and then this rectangular piece here with a little dome-like feature in the center. More of these really large blocks, and smaller ones with these little dome-like features on them. Check out that smaller dome-like feature there. Not at all like any normal rocks or boulders. Check out these pieces here. Looks almost like a star. These rays of light coming off of it. And then that triangular piece there. the small dome-like feature on the top, a little triangular piece to it right there in the center, and then this large block over here with a small little knob towards the left. And then another of these sort of buried disc-like objects with a little dome on it, right in the center again, and then more of these smaller objects, little domes on them. So could this be part of a building structure, or was this part of a type of a machine or some type of technology? Check out the rounded corners. It's almost metallic with these smaller dome-like features on the top, and that really straight, narrow feature right there. Rather odd looking. And then two more triangular shaped objects with little dome or knob-like features on them. And then another, what looks like a piece of metal plate. Nice straight edge, rounded corner, sort of 90-degree angles. Really smooth, bright surface. Also totally out of place. And then this almost hexagonal type of object, sort of buried in the sand. The smaller hexagon-shaped feature on the top, sort of located in the center of the surface of that disc. Looks like a disc. And then more of these objects. Check out that one there with three little knobs on it. So I'm looking at two really strange objects. We've got the really flat side, 90-degree angle, small little features on the one side, and then here this looks like a piece of metal plate. Check out the edge over here, nice rounded corner. It seems to be bent. Part is in the shadow, and then it continues along there in that line. So what could these be? And then that reminds me of anomalies that I showed you guys in the video just before this one. So I'm just going to go through them very briefly. Check out that object with multiple little knobs and features on it. Also has multiple layers. Check out these pieces over here. Multiple layers again, sort of metallic looking. Check out these really strange looking blocks with these also smaller parts to them. This photograph is really high res. I think this is the best photograph I've ever analyzed. Check out these disc-like objects, smaller features on them. Some layering in that part. Looks like an opening over there. Check out these smooth objects. Some geometry in that one there. The three little features on the corners. There's another dome-like feature on that one. And then this really smooth piece with this rounded step cut into the one corner, and then that really odd looking object there. Could that have been part of a machine or some type of wreck technology? Check out that block over there, definitely looks worked. And then that one there with 4 little dome-like features in a row, sort of equally spaced. And then that there, that looks like some type of machinery or tech. Check out the multiple layers on that part. And then yeah, too, this looks like metal. That looks like a metallic object over there, and then that there as well. Rather strange to have 2 little features on each of the sides or corners. And then that, another piece of what looks like a bent metal plate. Also looks rather metallic. And then a disc with a smaller rounded feature on the center, on the top. And then this part that's nicely rounded, very flat, smooth side. And then that also looks almost like a piece of technology. And then this rather odd, very weird part over there. See that flat side, really straight edge. And then in a video that I did quite some time ago, I found some more of these objects, little knobs or domes on them. Check out there as well. I'm just showing you a couple that I featured before. But let's quickly hop over to Google Earth. This is where I found the latest anomalies that I showed you first in this HiRISE photograph over here, guys. Let's switch on the CTX mosaic. Really interesting area. Check out that strange hill or mountain over there. Also massive. So it's very close to the one Kanowski ley line that passes through the 3 volcanoes with the Orion's belt. And these ley lines, it was a collaborative effort between myself and my friend Saturn Arc. So check out that Kanowski ley line video if you guys can. There's the second site I showed you. I've just joined them with that white line so that you can get an idea of where they sit. Also very close to one of the ley lines. So lots of little dome-like hills. in the area there. And then the anomalies I showed you last. Sorry guys, let me zoom out a bit. Just shows you how far apart these areas are. And there in Pi Crater. Just load the CTX mosaic. So check how far apart these sites are, guys. Very close to the ley lines as well. That there's on the, I think, yeah, that's the Kanowski Asimov ley line. So, quickly hop over to my blog. You can find all the enhanced zoomed in images here, guys. And as always, you can click on any of them to open the larger zoomed out image, 1:1 scale. So if you use the image scale that NASA gives you, you can work out how big these anomalies are. And then just briefly, I want to show you guys with mobiles or smartphones, tablets, that if you rotate your smartphone or tablet to the landscape position, you can see the zoomed in images in full screen. So I know it's really difficult to see these in the video, but as I say, the blog does feature the full screen images. So if you get a chance, check this out. I'll include the link below. And I think that's about it for this one. And then just quickly, I want to say thank you to the good folks at NASA, JPL, and University of Arizona who work with this data and these photographs. Thank you for releasing these to the public and not editing these and keeping them back. All in all, you guys are all helping with soft disclosure, which is now up to the public by the looks of it. So thanks to all the folks at NASA, JPL, and University of Arizona for making these available to the public. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Do subscribe. Remember to turn on notifications and you'll be informed as soon as I upload the next video. So thanks again. I'll see you in the next one.